The way that I store my rooftop tent in the winter is I have this rack up here that I lower down onto the rooftop tent. All it is this handle right here. This handle just spins and it lowers that whole piece up there. I'm gonna show you how I do this. So the first thing I do is I disconnect all of the brackets on the top of my rooftop tent. So I have these that recess down onto those 80-20 bars on the top. So everything, the nut gets recessed down inside this hole right here. So it's nice and flush against the bottom of your roof rack. It's a little bit easier to use. After that, I'll use this handle that came with that. It's not super level right now because as it comes down, each pulley lets out a specific type of, each pulley lets out a specific amount of that wire. And so sometimes it doesn't come down super level, but it'll be level when the tent gets up there. So I'll lower it down just enough so I have about 1 inch to 2 inches above the rooftop tent. And then I'll take some straps. I've got just some regular ratchet straps and I'll throw those underneath the tent and then I'll attach it to those picking eyes up on each corner right here. And then I'll go underneath and I'll ratchet this to that and then I'll just lift it up. And one thing I do to protect the outside of the tent, where these ratchets touch the side of the rooftop tent, I'll just throw a rag in between that so that it doesn't damage the tent in any way. You don't need it super tight. All you need is just for the ratchet straps to take the support of the tent. If you tighten it too much, I've actually tightened it too much sometimes to get those bolts down into the top of the shell. So you basically just want it to basically rest on those straps, and then when you pull it up, it'll tighten up a little bit. All right, so it goes right underneath there. If you have a roof nest or something like that with these straps, make sure you don't put this strap right where that is because it can break it. But as you can see, I just go right in front of my brackets there. So it's just nice and snug. And then I go up to those spots right there on each one. The nice thing about this setup is I can also put some of my camping stuff up on that rack, up on top, and then when everything goes up, all my camping stuff's up above my tent. It saves room in my garage. And then I have room to pull my car in and out. I'm gonna take this, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it has a hook on it, and that hook goes up in the spot right there, and then you just twist it. You can also use a drill. So this will actually come off, and you can use a drill right here, and you can go up and down really quick. You want to make sure that your straps have a good bite. So when you're lifting up your rooftop tent, it doesn't slip. By bite, I mean with these right here, you want to make sure that there's no slack in this. Otherwise, when you pick this up, it's gonna, this is not gonna actually get tension on this strap. So you want to make sure you have a good couple clicks where this is bound around a couple times. And that's how it's done. So now that everything's put away, I have plenty of room to pull my car in and out. My tent is nice and level for when I want to pick it up next. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I store my tent in the winter and when I'm not taking it on trips. So I'll try and see if I can get a link in the description for this. Makes it super nice. I'll just take these extra straps, this extra tail on the strap, and I'll usually just kind of wind them up and then throw them up on top or tuck them in on top of the tent, and then everything's out of the way. I'm gonna pull my car out later, put all my camping stuff up there for the winter, and then I'll be ready for driving in the snow.